Hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. We're in the final slot of the day and the event, and I have the great privilege to spend some time now with Guru from Vodafone Voice. So Guru, welcome to our Branch of One event. We're so pleased that you've been able to join us. Why don't you introduce our audience to yourself, the business unit that you're sitting in, and then we'll get cracking on some questions.
Sure. Hi, thanks for inviting me to this event. My name is Guru Raj. I head the solution design team for Office IT within Vodafone Voice, what we call as Vodafone Intelligent Solutions. We are the captive arm of the Vodafone across globally. Okay, I head the solution design team here with a team of 7 members. I take care of all the IT and network new solution architecting for Voice India and Voice Egypt predominantly. That's where I come from.
Good. Well, welcome. And so I think if we go back, almost 2 years ago to this month, maybe a little bit earlier, but everybody's world went upside down with COVID, and suddenly organizations that were completely not prepared for that massive change were affected and had to make huge changes around employee workplace. And so it would be great for you to share with the audience how Vodafone had to adapt, in particularly voice, because of the nature of the kind of work that you do within Vodafone and your customer base. So share, please, for us, how shocking or challenging that was 2 years ago, what kind of things happened, and how you continued in that pattern, throughout the COVID timeframe.
We not only Voice or Vodafone, everyone were unprepared for COVID. It hit us very hard. And it was sudden, right? We were not planned for it. There was no strategic plan that 100% of the employees can start working from home. Our BCP strategy was always that we will have only 30% of the workforce using the VPN connectivity-based solution. Okay, we at Voice are about 13,000 employees, and 13,000 employees connecting through the AnyConnect VPNs was a really big challenge. We had to do a lot of work around how to uplift the VPN boxes of the Cisco. How do we upgrade the internet links? Since we were the partner for Vodafone Idea, we were having that privilege of upgrading the internet bandwidth. Quite great turnaround time. We could do that in a couple of days or so. And yeah, we were set, and almost 13,000 employees, that too on voice-based solution for customer care. It was one of a challenge, and we were able to overcome that and ensure we had 100% of workforce working from home. There were issues. I will come to you as the following questions come in.
Yeah, so you've got 13,000 people working from home. They can all get onto the systems. Well, hypothetically, they can get onto the systems because the VPN has got the bandwidth. But what kind of issues did you start to see that led you to the first sort of, I remember you told me you had these first investigations of what kind of monitoring for quality you could find in the marketplace. So what did you start to see in the environment that caused you to start looking at monitoring solutions like Thousand Eyes?
Yeah, we had very good monitoring tools within voice infrastructure, like it could be the SolarWinds, or it could be any other tools. We had good monitoring tools that can give you analysis, what exactly happening on the infrastructure that is sitting out of our data centers within India, right? But once people move to home environment, we have no control over it, right? They're connecting from home. We don't know if their internet link is good enough to take the load. We do not know if they're using a wired connectivity, a wireless connectivity, what kind of broadband. Is it a mobile hotspot? We had no control. We had a whole lot of stuff to find out why the voice quality is so bad. Why are we getting so many tickets from the customers that we are not able to hear the customers? There are a lot of P1, P2 tickets happening. So I had to explore a lot of things. I did explore many other competitors, which is in line with Thousand Eyes. And finally, Thousand Eyes was proving the best tool for me, and we went ahead with a kind of a proof of concept environment wherein Thousand Eyes extended us a free licenses for the POC period, which then gave us create some use cases, what we can build over it, and started working on. That's what the journey started. And from there, yeah, it was a long journey, but yeah, Thousand Eyes supported wholeheartedly, and I'm very happy for that.
And to be honest, we're very grateful that you chose Thousand Eyes. So thank you for that. But I think one of the things that's very interesting for our audience would be some of the lessons perhaps that you learned. And I think some of the manifestations, because obviously to make an investment in a solution that does the monitoring that we do, you need to normally have some form of business case to back that up. And I know we worked with you on that. So perhaps you could share with our audience maybe some of the surprises you had, some of the lessons you learned, some of the business justifications that you had to kind of make in order to make the investment in working with Thousand Eyes.
Yeah, we did not know when the return to office is going to be activated, right? We were planning around this will continue for some more period of time. There was no kind of a solid plans to say that yes, return to office will happen in 2021 or 2022. No kind of plan, no kind of roadmap. So that's where we had to create some kind of business case around it and say, look, now we know that this is going to be the new norm. It could be full remote working, or it could be partial, like it could be, say 50% of the employees will work from home and 50% of the employees will be working remotely. If this is going to be the new norm, we would need some tools to monitor end user and get the end user experience to the business units and say, look, this is where the issue lies with, okay? My infrastructure at Voice is fine. The problem is there is an issue beyond the connectivity and the network that's in the remote location, be it home network or whatever it is. That it could be their signal strength, whatever I earlier quoted about, right? That is where Thousand Eyes give value. That do we have right kind of connectivity, a good strength, wireless strength, a good bandwidth, right? A good throughput. You have, this is where it gave the value, because we can't deploy single-handedly for each and every user, install some kind of solution and see you have a good broadband, and we can't do that, right? But once you run Thousand Eyes, it gives you all the aspects of what is the kind of wireless network you have, what is the kind of broadband you have, what is the kind of signal strength you have. Is it that causing the issue, or is it the end application is the issue, or the mid hop is the issue? That's where it played a big role. Yeah.
So Guru, thank you for that. Before we get to our final question, I'm just going to ask you one interesting question that is in my mind. What would it have been like without Thousand Eyes?
I would say it would be a nightmare, to put it in a very blind statement. You will have to coordinate with multiple people, right? Now we'll have to place some kind of Wireshark tools in the user system. You'll have to interact with network team. You'll have to interact with, to get the SolarWinds input. You have to talk to proxy team. You have to talk to various stakeholders. Where the problem exists, who knows? You don't know, right? If there is Thousand Eyes, it will say, yes, look, this is where the problem is. It could be a network issue. It could be an end user network issue or internet connectivity issue, or it could be an application issue. We know where exactly the problem lays. It gives a clear path visualization, like this is where the problem exists, with a clear sign of saying this is the point where you'll have to go and drill down and say, look, this is the hub where the problem exists. Yeah. Now we'll have to go down and say what kind of infrastructure is having a problem, instead of talking to various stakeholders and making the things mess.
So thank you for that. So my final question, I promise, and thank you so much again for your time, is if you look to the future, and certainly when I'm speaking to different people, and certainly generationally there are some different viewpoints, and in some companies different viewpoints, but for you and for Voice and for Vodafone, how do you see the future playing out now? So post-COVID, when we get back to some form of normal, do you think it will go back to how it was? Or do you think there'll be some kind of hybrid? So in the next 3 to 5 years, how do you think it's going to work out? What's your hypothesis or your point of view?
Yeah, COVID one way has come in as a blessings also, as well as a curse. It's both, right? Like I enjoyed working from home, enjoying with my family for 2 years, but having said that, this cannot go on and on. So I myself personally, I like to work from office at least once in a week or so. At least that human touch is available. How much you can connect virtually. So I had a wonderful time when I was the first pilot user to go to office last Friday. It was very small bunch of people, about 10, 20 people around me. But yeah, the experience was good. Having said that, we do have a kind of a catch-22 situation with the HR department, right? Um, in India, what happens is uh, there is a kind of feel that they enjoyed the work from home environment, and they see that this is giving them flexible working. The moment the HR starts them to call back to office, we could see a kind of situation where they can see opportunity to see which organization can give me flexible working, which organization can give me work from a home or work from remote location as an option, because that's the flexibility people are looking for, because they're in the comfort zone now, right? They'll give that privilege has been used. So now HR team needs to balance out between, yes, we can probably work about 50% or so from office and remaining 50% or so from home, so that people are having the both sides of the experiences, and this could be the one of the way forward. That's what I think of from my perspective.
Well, Guru, I have to say, thank you so much for the time you've spent with us today. It's really been wonderful to go on this little journey with you. I know it's been short. Certainly from my point of view, I mean, we've been working together for 2 years, so it's been great to see the success you've enjoyed. And thank you for sharing with our audience today the anecdotes. So thank you so much, and wishing you a wonderful rest of day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tony, for your time. Take care.
And thank you all for joining us today at this Branch of One Summit. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed the enhancements that are coming to the Endpoint Agent, and more importantly, that you have been able to learn something from all of those anecdotes and sharings that our customers have done today, where they're getting real-time benefit from ThousandEyes. So thank you all again for joining. Wishing you all the very best for your morning, your afternoon, or your evening, depending wherever you may be. Have a good day. Thank you.